Guys, this is Mary. I am an independent consultant with Color Street, and I just want to show you how I'm going to take these old acrylics and make them last a little bit longer. Now, I do have a couple of issues here. Some of them are really long and some of them are short. As you can see, they've broken off a little bit. So the first step is I'm going to file them all to the same length. So I'll be right back. All right, I do want to show you the pinky nail was pretty short, so I'm not going to make them all that short, but I've already filed this ring finger. This one, they actually had trouble with the gel polish sticking, so you can see it has two different levels there, and one is kind of matte looking. So I'm going to go ahead and file this one, and again, I'm just filing. You can clip them to make them shorter. You can do a little clip first, but you do risk breaking them because sometimes when they have been on for a couple weeks, they do break easier. So I actually just like to file just like they would in the salon. I just take the file and file them. I like the square look, so I am filing them square here, just filing that down. And there they are. My fingernails are ready to have Color Street nails applied. Oh my gosh, you guys, I was such a skeptic, but that is right over that acrylic nail. I'm gonna do the next one on camera for you so you can watch, but you can't even tell where the little bump is, where that gap was. So let's do the ring finger. And I'll just do this on camera for you. So the first thing you do with your strip is take off that plastic top layer. And then go ahead and take off the nail strip. And I am using a new one for this one because I'm going to save the other half of that one for my other pinky that I haven't prepped yet. So for my ring finger, I am using a new nail strip. And then I literally just went in and placed it right next to the cuticle. You guys, these are so easy. Oh my word. And then I'm just going to smooth it down. And then I am having the best luck with just folding it on right there and pulling that off. And then I'm going to use this other side on another nail. But look at that. And I haven't even done the edges or anything yet, but there's very little to do. I'm going to smooth that down right there. I like this little cuticle stick to use for smoothing. But look, you can't even tell there's an acrylic nail under there. That's so cool. This is my first time to do my own mani. This is the first time to do a mani. I just did one with my daughter, the same nail set, so we're both getting a manicure out of one nail set. Again, I have acrylic nails on that were growing out. You can tell here, you can see the gap, like they're growing out pretty bad. And it was just a rough, I don't know, I did gel polish, but they had a hard time with it for some reason. It was cold. So I just stuck that right on top of there, smooth it out. And that's the second nail. That was that same strip that I used for this finger. I'm using it on this one. So one of the main things with me with acrylics of why I get them done, they last, but they get too long. I really prefer short nails. So when I go in, of course, they will file them down and then fill them in and then repolish them. But how nice is this? That takes an hour at the salon. I'm gonna let you guys know when I'm done here how long this one takes. Now this is the nail, I don't know if you remember, that had the little bit of a different level there. Like it had a different, it's hard to see, hard to make that focus. It had a different, it was not even because it had peeled. You can't even tell. So fun. The glitter really is forgiving.
Huh? What did
I gotta be honest, guys, I'm a little bit in awe. I was gonna do this hand for you over my acrylics, and then I thought, oh, for this hand, I'll just take them off and then do my regular nails, but it looks so good. I'm totally just gonna cover the rest of my acrylics. So again, file them to the length you want. You can clip them and then file them, or just file them, and then you just apply these as normal. I did use an alcohol wipe on them, but my husband just came in and he was like, holy cow, look at that. Like he was even impressed, so it's very fun. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and start on my other hand. I'm leaving my thumbs for last, but this is the other half of that pinky nail that I did on my other hand. I'm just gonna put it on this hand now. And it looks like it is too thin on that side, so I'm actually going to flip it and use the wide side, even though it's kind of squared off. I'm gonna do a little experiment here with you guys. I think I can use the cuticle stick and take that excess off there where it's kind of square on my cuticle, and then it'll be good to go on this pinky instead of having it be just super narrow. So again, I just bend it over, pull it off, and then I'm gonna shape that up with my cuticle stick. All right, so if you wanna watch this, I'll try to get this in there for you. You can see, again, I'm just talking about these corners here. That's where I ripped it off of the other pinky nail over here when I did this one. So that nail was just a little narrow on the other end for my pinky. So I'm just gonna kind of poke at that a little bit. I'm being real gentle, it doesn't hurt at all. And then that just comes right off. And you can see it's no longer a squared off corner. You can kind of tuck it in there too. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side for that. I had, I'm using this thin one or the tiny one because it was left over. My daughter took the other sizes, which is fine. But look at that, I just ran my cuticle stick around and it just comes right off and looks great. So nice. And you can smooth it out and set it. Make sure they're set. All the edges, smooth that around. And that one's done too. I'm gonna get a little bit more off right there, it looks like. But again, the whole thing isn't peeling off. I'm just taking off that little bit because I put a little pressure on it. It just comes right off. That one's done. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do my other ring finger now. Again, I'm using one of the other halves of a nail that I've already done on this hand. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that on my ring finger. And again, you don't wanna get it against the or over the cuticle, you just want it right up next to it. So that looks pretty good. Press it down. And then this is real nail polish, as I'm sure you have heard. So it does dry out. Once you open that package, you do want to use them. And anytime you have just a little bit left even, you can still bend it over that nail and then just pull that off. And it just breaks right there where you folded it. And I actually like to fold it under, especially on these acrylics because they're a little thicker, but that's also what they do at the salon, right? They just paint that underneath side. So I like to fold it. You can kind of see how it goes over that. It's not wrinkled, it's just perfect. All right, so I have kind of a fun problem. I'm actually kind of excited. I'm gonna test something out with you guys. So I have, this nail is a little loose, this acrylic on my middle finger. It's one that had broken and then you can just see it's kind of lifting away. So I'm actually gonna take this off and put a Color Street nail on this finger without the acrylic nail, and I'm gonna see if you guys can tell the difference. I'm gonna see if we notice the thickness, because these are thicker. They have the acrylic under there, remember. This one is not going to. So I'm gonna see what that looks like. All right, I do want to take this time to show you that each free sample will come with a nail prep pad. It's just an alcohol pad to get off any oils. And you can see that nail did pop right off. There is a little bit of polish left on there. I'm actually gonna leave that there for part of my test, but I'm gonna go ahead and prep this with an alcohol wipe, and then I'm gonna put that Color Street nail right on top of there. All right, guys, here we go. So this, again, all of these have acrylic nails on them. All my other nails have the acrylic underneath the Color Street nail. And for this one only, there's no acrylic nail on top of that finger. You can see it pulled off. My nail actually, I just popped it off and it did peel a little bit of my nail off too. So we take off the little tab and then I'm gonna go ahead and just stick that. And again, you guys, this is my first time ever trying Color Street nails. That was a pretty good placement actually. I got a little hangnail there, but I'm just gonna push that on there. Push it down against my nail. I'm gonna pull it off. All right, so that didn't come off on the exact place that I wanted it to, which is fine. You can also file that. I don't think I had it up against my nail. And maybe they were coming off earlier because those acrylics are a little harder. But look, all it took was a little bit of pressure up against that nail, and then I'm going to pull it again, and it's coming off right along the nail line. So that is perfect. Very fun. And then you just clean that up. All right, we're gonna do the big reveal. Let me get this cleaned up, and then I'm gonna show you the comparison. All right, I'm not gonna show you that nail yet. It is really cool, but it is really short. So I'm gonna actually I filed this acrylic nail down really short as well. You can see, so I'm gonna put a color sheet on top of there. This one might be a little wide for this finger, but I did give the smaller ones, except for the smallest, to my daughter. So, but that is actually gonna work perfectly. And then I'm gonna trim it off on the top. But I am gonna show you guys what this looks like next to that other short nail. So again, you get that excess on the top, put pressure against the nail, and then that just peels right off. And it goes right along the nail line. And then you just might have a little bit extra to clean up, but it really is so simple, you guys. Like seriously, first timer. First time, literally, that's my first time. Okay, other than being short, it is short, but look at that. You cannot tell that this is not as thick as the other nails. And what better commercial for Color Street? Hello, the acrylic nail ripped off where my nail had grown right here, the white part. It had ripped that off when I took it off. So yes, it is shorter, but it still looks great, and it can grow out with these. So that's so fun. I have to say, the reason I did this acrylic demo for you guys, which you can see, all of these are acrylics with Color Street on top of them, is because I won't be paying for acrylic nails anymore. Color Street are where it's at. They're beautiful and easy and so much more affordable than those acrylics are. I was paying 50 bucks every 2 weeks because at 2 weeks time it would start to look like this. And this time the gel didn't even really work. Like, it was frustrating because it was cold and they couldn't get it right. And then they start to grow out and they're just chunky and thick, and they're terrible for your nail bed. So from now on, Color Street is where it's at. It's not 50 bucks every 2 weeks. So affordable, so cute. All right, so the last step are my thumbs. I do those last. I say that as if I've done a million manicures. I haven't. It's my first one. But yes, I'm gonna get these done, and then we're good to go. Ready to make some turkey. Okay, again, I'm getting 2 nails out of each one of these strips. You get 16 strips total, so I even have extras here. I've got 2 here that I can use for pedicure, big toe. This can become 3 toes. These can each cover 3 of your toenails. And then I still have this one left as well for my pinky toes. That would cover probably 4 pinky toes. So my daughter and I could probably both have a pedicure as well. But again, I have these. I've been doing 2 nails per strip for my fingers. And I do want to say, this impresses me. I've been handling this other side, and it's not losing its sticky. Like, it's still sticking to my other finger when I'm ready for it. Sometimes for a couple of these, I've even put it off to the side because I didn't have the fingernail prepped that I wanted to use it on, and it still is sticking just fine. Like, this one was sitting over there for quite a while. Well, not quite a while because it's only taken me 5 minutes, but it was just sitting over there by itself for a second, and it still is fine. So I do need to file this nail. I'm just going to stick this. This is just staying on my finger, and it's going to be fine for my thumb once I get it filed down. All right, the last one is on. Now I will say I had to file that thumbnail down a little bit because it was so long. This one was so long that it took up a lot of that strip, but this is that same, you can see the same strip that I used on this nail is now on this one. And I actually prefer shorter nails, so it does not bother me at all to have to file that a little more. I clipped it first for this one because the thumbnails tend to be really thick too for some reason when you get acrylics done. So I did clip it and then filed it, but voila, there they are, done. So excited, kids. I am so excited. Okay, so mess with me for free samples. I will send you a sample, a little prep pad, and then you can also, if you already love Color Street or you want to just go right to ordering, You buy 3, get 1 free on my website every single day. So check the description and shop away. I'll see you guys. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot to show you guys my favorite tip. This is also a life hack for anyone that has a food saver. So when you have a food saver, you can seal, you vacuum, the whole idea is you vacuum your food and then you can seal it and freeze it. But did you guys know you can also use it to seal plastic bags? You don't even have to use the vacuum function. You just turn it on, press seal. My bag is in there. I've got a couple samples for my friend Kelly, as well as her little file and a cuticle stick. And then as soon as it's done sealing, you're good to go. You can even do this with chip bags. Here's the life hack. Chip bags, bag of rice, cereal bags, anything your kiddos forget to seal. It's done. It's got a seal at the top there. It's kind of hard to see, but it's all sealed. And you do want to do that with your nails because they will dry out. So if any that are unused, you do want to seal either in a plastic baggie like a Ziploc, or if you have a food saver, right there, it is sealed. All right, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll send more tutorials your way soon. Have a great day.